Good evening, or morning, or afternoon, wherever you are, and welcome along to episode number 61 of our F1 2019 career mode here with Team Renault F1. Shall we get on with it, folks? Let's get on with it, shall we? Alright then, so what's the thought? There might be a bit of rain at the end of this race. Just a little bit, a lot. But let's see what happens here. You see our rivalry there with both Roman and Lewis. We won't be choosing a new rival after Lewis, but that's fine. So let's take a look at the categories, shall we? And we can see that, well, first of all, what we're going to do, we're just going to get rid of all of these resource points, because we don't need them. Believe that. But you see McLaren, top of the pile. We have some upgrades for Ferrari and Mercedes there. And it looks like Racing Point and maybe Alpha and possibly Toro Rosso have... Red Bull have... No, Red Bull haven't upgraded. So, the bottom sort of half is all... Nyeh, while everything else is not so nyeh. Do you get my nyeh? Maybe. I don't know. But, hey, that's another video finishing. Everything is all a go-go on this channel, and isn't that always the way? That it's all go at the same time. That's how it should be on a channel. You're constantly churning out the content. That's what we like to do. If you are new around here, by the way, do click the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well. You get notified when we're online. We won't look at the championship. We'll just sort everything out. Should we take the older stuff? I think we'll take the older stuff. I think, well, we don't really need to, do we? But we're going to anyway, because that is that's what you'd expect me to do. So with that being said, should we take a look at the championship? If you missed it already, we won the championship back in Singapore. So the race is on for second. Charles Leclerc has got it at the moment, followed by Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas. Roman's in 6th. Need to pick it up, Roman. Alex Albon, Lucas Weber, Sebastian Vettel and Kevin Magnussen round out your top 10 in points. In the constructors, Renault, we won it last race in Japan, so go check that out if you haven't already. Followed by Haas, McLaren, Williams, Mercedes, Ferrari, Racing Point, Red Bull, Toro Rosso and Alfa Romeo, with the former two as drivers, that being Danny Kvyat, Lance Stroll, Antonio Giovinazzi and Kimi Räikkönen, still yet to get off the mark. So, with that being said, we are going to go get qualified. Practice first, then we're going to get qualified. And we should see you for what should be a very fast and very exciting, I mean it this time, Mexican Grand Prix.
Formula One may have been absent from Mexico for 23 years, but after 2015's triumphant return, it was as if we'd never been away. In Mexico, a Grand Prix is more than just a race. It's a celebration of speed and of bravery. There's nothing quite like the atmosphere in the stadium today. They'll be drowning out the cars with their noise as they make their way through on lap 1. At 2,285 metres above sea level, the thin air of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez poses a unique challenge, not just to a driver's skill, but to the efficiency of their engines as well. 17 corners make up a lap of this 2.6-mile circuit, and you can expect incredible speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and overtaking too into the hard braking zones of turns 1 and turn 4. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Paul. They've had a fantastic campaign. It's been a wonderful year, and they come into this weekend's Grand Prix as a fully deserving champion.
It really is well deserved. I wouldn't say it's been a faultless title challenge, but certainly one that has been consistent and well managed. Here's hoping they let off a bit of steam today and give us an exciting race.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Paul lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Bottas, Devon Butler, and Sainz, Verstappen, Weber, Perez, and Roman Grosjean. Vettel, Albon, they've taken a grid penalty. Lance Stroll and Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Antonio Giovinazzi and Daniel Kvyat. Gasly and Kimi Räikkönen finishes off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Top 2 finish is what we're predicting for today's race.
So here we are, folks. We are on the start line. It is pole position, but just pole position. Those McLaren's were fast, and I think we were very lucky to get said pole. But let's have a look at the strategy today. Starting on the soft tyre, then go into the medium tyre. Might try a bit of an undercut to try and get off that soft tyre as quickly as we can, but we will see what happens during the race, because there is that threat of rain in the air. The ever-lowing threat in the air. Then again, we've got the threat next door to us as well. Let's do it, folks! Here we go then, folks. Let's get the Mexican Grand Prix off and underway from pole position, and 5 lights are out. It's lights out, away we go! And as you can imagine, atrocious start. As there goes the McLaren's, there goes the Haas. Here comes a Ferrari out of nowhere as we head down to the first corner, almost 4 wide into the first corner. Excuse me, thank you. I'm coming through, still 3 wide, and they're still all over the place, but we're still out in the race lead. It's going to be a very hard thing to keep, though. I imagine that that is going to be the one thing that we're going to hate about this circuit. Would be brilliant on 95% of the circuit, but the other 5% we're going to have McLaren's all over our rear end, which is not what we want. We want to have a nice race, a smooth race, a clean race, and we want to get that done pretty swiftly as we head through the S's. This is the S section that can take absolutely perfectly as we head down to the stadium section for the first time. All still in a line as the fans get on their feet. They're on their feet, ladies and gentlemen, in the stadium section for Renault number 1 in the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix, and Sergio Perez nowhere to be seen, which is about right and about the way it should be. And already on lap 2 here, Grosjean is making moves, because look at this, he's going to have the engine speed over that Ferrari. Big time Devon Butler passed easily for P6. Thank you very much, says Roman Dunn in before the first corner comes into sight. There's a move. What is he back there? That is one of the Williamses. That is Alexander Albon with Max Verstappen in front of him. This is the fight for P9. And the Red Bull put up a pretty good fight against the Mercedes in the back of that Williams. But I think it's going to be done before the third corner. Yes, it will. Here she goes. Oh, no, it won't be. Verstappen's going to make something of this. And, well, he had no choice but to make nothing of this. And we look back at Sebastian Vettel now passing Max Verstappen. Verstappen going to lose 2 places to 2 Williams if he's not entirely careful. But he'll get the run out of turn 5 through 6 and 7. And, oh, he's going to just keep hold of it, I think, and screw over back, what's his name, Sebastian Vettel. As, well, this is the worry that I was looking for, because here comes Hamilton. We're looking back at the wrong car. For some reason, oh, that's why we're looking back at Bottas. Hamilton locked up very deep into turn 4. And through goes Bottas into P2. Meanwhile, this is live, as finally Vettel gets past Verstappen. Well, we think finally Vettel gets past Verstappen. Let's see if he gets the move done in the stadium section. No, he doesn't! Well, I've got a feeling they'll get it done on the main straight here as we go to Kimi Raikkonen retires from this race. Yeah, just go park it over there, Kimi. That'll suffice me. No need for the safety car. Not that we ever get one as Bottas. He's all over the back of us. Excuse me. Hi, side by side. It's Renault on Renault works team against Renault customer team, McLaren. And Bottas up the inside, and no! You get to wake up a day late and $1 short to get that done. Oh wow, he held up Hamilton there, a treat! As we go to the fight for P7 now. Butler's going to lose out to this Mercedes of Lucas Justin Weber, I think, but look behind him, here comes Alexander Albon. And Albon's got some pace on him. Weber easily past Butler as Albon goes to the outside of big time Devon Butler. And that should be a job done in turn 2. No, it won't be side by side, still turn 3. But look at the power that Williams has got, and he's going to get the job done down into turn 4. P8 for Alexander Albon. Now, this time, he's taken a lap to get there, folks, but I think he's going to get the job done this time. This is Sebastian Vettel passing. It's not just him. Here comes Perez, free wide almost down the main straight. And Perez, whereas Vettel was thinking of passing Verstappen, Perez has passed them both. There you go. That'll give the Mexican fans something to cheer about. Will Vettel have another look down into turn 4? Yes, he will. To the outside. That generally doesn't work because the person on the outside of turn 5 has the momentum and has the run. And he's got him. Not quite. Oh, he will have the momentum now. Yes, he will. P10 for the Mexican jumping bean. As we go to what happened earlier between Bottas and Hamilton, because you know that Bottas held Hamilton up here. Hamilton's not happy with Bottas after that move in turn 2. And Hamilton to the inside of turn 5. And he's going to get the job done. Yes, he is. Back into P2 goes Lewis Hamilton. As we go, there's Danny Kvyat. Ooh, Danny Kvyat's retired. Now look at him moving around. I think that's a suspension. I think that's suspension there, folks. Look at him, he's weeble wobbling. Yeah, that's an unusual one there, that one. Now, back onto lap number 4. As we see Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas in a line astern. Behind them, you got the Haas's line astern. Here comes Hamilton, Bottas down the inside into turn 1. Job done. Thank you very much. Easy as you like it, says the Finnish superstar as we go to the fight for P10 here. I imagine this is P10 between Sebastian Vettel and Sergio Perez. That is 2 engines you don't want to be on the other end of. But Vettel easily passed Perez, and back into the points goes the German 4-time champion of the world. Now, Magnussen had a shit qualifying. Let's be brutally honest here. Magnussen had a shit qualifying. He's now just passed Giovinazzi, like Giovinazzi was standing still. He may have a problem with the man Gasly coming. Here comes the man Gasly steaming it up the inside. Oh, but Giovinazzi, he slams the door firmly in his face as we go through the yellow flag section where Danny Kvyat's parked up into the stadium section for the 4th time. We're ahead of Valtteri Bottas by, I would say a good couple of seconds here. We'll see what it is when we come across the line. We won't see what it is when we come across the line, because coming across the line now, start lap number 5. It's on again between the 2 McLaren's. This time it's Hamilton up the inside of Bottas. And anything Bottas can do, Hamilton can do just as better. Thank you very much, says that man. As we're going now to the fight for P7. Here's Lucas Justin Weber in the Mercedes. Will that be our teammate next season? We don't know yet, but here comes Alexander Albon up the inside of Lucas Justin Weber. And that should be job done into P1. It's not done into P2, but it is done into T3. And that is P7 for the Thai Brit driver. As we're going back through the field. Who is this? This is Hollywood, Lance Stroll, Nico Hülkenberg, Daniel Ricciardo. Side by side, we'll go Hülkenberg with Stroll. Here comes Ricciardo up the inside of Stroll. Oh. And Ricciardo should get this job done. Yes, he will, into turn 2. And that is P15, the Canadian down to. As we go to the fight of B17, here comes the man Gasly on Antonio Giovinazzi. And this should be job done into the first corner. Round the outsides going the man Gasly. Oh, Giovinazzi wants to make something of it though. But I think Gasly should get this. So he doesn't get this position. Giovinazzi's pushed him out wide. Excuse me. Coming through, says that man. Gasly trying to get DRS toe back, but he doesn't get it. He's looked to the outside, but keep him in that position, that man said. Woo! That's been an entertaining 5 laps. We've already got a bit of a stomach cringe pinch right now. That's not good. As we go to the 2 Haas's, that is that Leclerc in front of Sainz? Sainz in front of Leclerc? I think it's Leclerc behind Sainz. It's soon to be Leclerc side by side with Sainz. There goes, I think the McLaren's just swapped positions again. Let's see, Leclerc on your left, Sainz on your right, and Leclerc's going to get P4. Thank you very much, says that man. Give it to me, if you don't mind me saying so. Meanwhile, back in P7, Albon and Weber resume hostilities. With Weber going to the outside of the time Brit driver. Will he get him into turn 1, 2 and 3? We'll have a look at this one. Still side by side, turn 1, turn 2, still side by side, turn 3, they're still side by side, they're going to be side by side down turn 4. No, they're not. Albon's kept that position very nicely. As who have we got here? This is Hulkenberg on a charge. He's now passing Max Verstappen for P12. And he's bringing Ricciardo with him. Everywhere Hulkenberg goes, Ricciardo's going with him. Which I like and appreciate. But side by side, the two former Red Bull teammates, Ricciardo and Verstappen. And Ricciardo's into P13 ahead of Max Verstappen. As resuming hostilities again, the man Gasly and Antonio Giovinazzi. Now this time it should be an easier job. He's going to the inside. There you go. That's how you take that corner. And yeah, that's a lot easier this time. P17 for the Frenchman. As we see how this fight between... Oh, I thought we could see how the fight between Leclerc and Sainz finishes. Here comes Grosjean. Hiya. It's nice to see Grosjean still in touch with us. Actually, it's not too far away because there's two McLaren's. So, ooh, what happened there? I don't know what happened there. We cut off prematurely, I think, there. As that is the Hollywood Lance Stroll now passing Max Verstappen up the inside of turn 4. Outside of turn 4, inside of turn 5. I think he's got him. No, Verstappen's got to run. But Stroll's going to keep it right there. Thank you very much. No, Verstappen wants this back. But he's not going to get it. And P15 he goes down to. And Magnussen's right on his tail. And speaking of Magnussen, here we go. Oh, I thought inside. Now he's going to swoop to the inside of the stadium section. Incredible pass there from the Dane if he gets that done, and he does get it done. And for some reason we're back here. Another one. Oh, got him very deep into the stadium section and over the curb in the stadium section. That's not going to do me any favours. And very wide out of the stadium section as well. As we're going down the main straight on lap number 7, and we're going to be side by side with one of the McLaren's. That is going to be Hamilton. But here comes the other one. Bottas, free wide, almost down into them. First corner, Hamilton. We are free wide down into the first corner. Oh, we're going to have to really pull out a late break. We have pulled. We touched. Everyone's touched. Oh, I think everyone's got some kind of damage there. I saw bits of bodywork flying all over the place. It was like left, right, and centre. Excuse me, that was rude of me. As Lucas Justin Weber flies up the inside of Alexander Albon. And that is P7 for the German. Well, there's still bits of bodywork flying all over the place. What is that bodywork? We'll have to find out eventually as we see Perez lining up Sebastian Vettel down into the first corner. We'll have to see what colour all that bodywork is. And there's Perez into P10 he goes, and Mexican fans go absolutely wild. I think it's bits off McLaren's. So I wonder if both McLaren... Well, certainly one's got wing damage. I don't know about the other one. As Ricciardo's now had enough of looking at the back of Nico Hulkenberg. He wants by. And he's going to get by. P12 for the Aussie. Aussie. Pass. Now, Hollywood Lance Stroll is in P14. He's got Kevin Magnussen right behind him in P15. I've got a feeling he's about to have Kevin Magnussen pass him for P14. Up the inside. Oh, over the debris goes Hollywood Lance Stroll. That might cut a tyre, but still side by side. Oh, a bit of contact there between the Dane and the Canadian as well. Look out for Verstappen in the rearview mirror. Here comes Verstappen side by side with Hollywood Lance Stroll for P15. Big lock up from Hollywood Lance Stroll. That's why we call him Hollywood, baby. He goes for the big ambitious moves, and the big men go for the big ambitious cleanup on the outside, which means I'm going to talk a lot louder. Yeah, look, one of the McLaren's has got wing damage, definitely. Who is that being passed? That's Hamilton being passed by Leclerc. And that's P3 for Charles Leclerc. We have a new player in a second. And speaking of new players, I don't think Stroll liked the pass. In fact, he was passed by Verstappen. Is that Stroll passing Verstappen? Yes, it is. It's P15, and the Canadian's back in a P15. Excuse me, coming through. And here goes Grosjean. Hamilton is wounded. Hamilton's been wounded, folks, mainly because he turned in others, but that's our story, we're sticking to it. And Grosjean up the inside of the 6-time champion of the world. Big locker from Hamilton. He's pinched Grosjean into the corner, just like he pinched us into the apex of the corner, and he got what he deserved from it. As we still see Albon and Weber fighting for P7. I've got a feeling it's going to be for a lot more, because Hamilton is dropping like a fly already. There's smashing glasses going on outside. Everyone wants to see what's going to... Wow, did you see that speed boost Albon got? That was a speed boost and a half, folks. Absolutely mega speed boost. Can't believe that that was actually a thing. As we go to Perez and Vettel still fighting over P10 on the track. I say still fighting. It's going to be a case of Vettel has now passed thingy again. What's his name? I forgot his name. Perez. That's who he is. It's Nico Hülkenberg. He lines up Sergio Perez down into the first corner. Sorry, that's not Sergio Perez. That's Nico Hülkenberg. And Danny Ricciardo. What am I talking about? Big locker from Hülkenberg. And that'll be that job done. Look at Leclerc. Leclerc's on the charge. Both McLaren's wounded. Let's have a look at Bottas. Yes, Bottas has got wing damage too. The pace of the McLaren is about to disappear like nothing as we go into the pits. I think we've got this race victory if we want it. Big holiday. So here comes Leclerc as well. So it's we got Leclerc. I see Albon back there. I think that's Butler as well. As we come into our garage of 18 men holding rubber, nicely done. I think we were held up just slightly there by one of the cars. I think it was that Williams of Alexander Albon. That's one car we definitely want to keep right there if you don't mind. But look at that, we got Leclerc all over our rear as we're coming out the pits. If he's got any sense, he'll stay right there, baby. Yeah, stay right there. Oh, what the hell has gone on there? Somebody in the editing department has fucked up. And I mean someone in the editing department has fucked up. What the shit? Okay, we're not perfect, folks. You get to see it in real time. Oh dear. We'll be having a word with that person. That person's fired. That person is fired beyond belief. Now, here we go. Now we're talking. These McLarens really are wounded here. I think there's a chance we can actually beat both of them as Hamilton and Bottas continue their side-by-side. This is now for the race lead of the Mexican Grand Prix, and it's Hamilton on the left, Bottas on the near, and Hamilton's going to get P1. Thank you very much. Excuse me, coming through as we go to the fight for P6. Well, it will be P6 now that everyone's pitted between Sebastian Vettel and Sergio Perez, which does tell me that Alexander Albon has pitted ahead, and that is Perez up into P6. Thank you very much. Now look at this. We got Red Bull side by side. We got Giovinazzi in attendance. I tell you what, I'll make this pass of the day if Giovinazzi gets this done. Side by side, Verstappen and Gasly. Here comes Giovinazzi. He's passed one. Will he get the other? He's going to get the other. Free wide. Go on, Giovinazzi. So go on, Giovo. Absolutely great. Oh, that is such bad. Oh, I thought he was going to get them both. That is terrible luck there for the Italian. Oh, he still might get him. Go on. Oh, everyone's cheering on Giovinazzi here. Giovinazzi doesn't do much in Grand Prix other than fight with Raikkonen. But I'll tell you what. Oh, he's got him. Oh, Antonio Giovinazzi, folks. Oh, he has finally come to play. And I think we've got pit stops going on here. Yes, we have. That's one of the McLarens. We got Grosjean, Sainz. I see Weber. I think Perez and what's his name are back there. That is Hamilton in the pits. Where do we come out? Oh, Hamilton's been held up by Perez. And now, look, there goes Sainz. Oh, it's all gone wrong for the McLarens. It is all going wrong. Look at that. The Mercedes has passed them. I think that's us going flying through. He has lost a ton of places. And I mean a ton of places, folks. That is truly incredible as we go to... That is Giovinazzi and Gasly. Now this is for P5 now that everyone's made their stops. You see us in the background defending from Charles Leclerc. I tell you what, that is going to be a fight I want to see a bit more of, if you don't mind me saying so. Can I see a bit more of that fight? No, it looks like we've held him off, and it looks like Giovinazzi's held the man Gasly off as well. Into turn 4. Yes, he has. Good move from the Italian. Whoa, excuse me. We're coming right up to the back of Gasly. We're in the corner as we see Bottas pitting side by side. Oh my God, side by side with Gasly in the stadium section. We almost got a nose chopped off by Giovinazzi. We'll be having a word with Giovinazzi about that one. Oh, new wing for Bottas. It must be that bad. You saw the tyre was slow going on the left front as well. I think Giovinazzi's pitted. Bottas is going to lose a ton of positions here. He's going to be mired back in whatever it is. I think it's called purgatory. It's called something. I don't quite know what it's called. But where's he come out? He's come out around where Butler is. So look at this. The top 3 has changed dramatically now. We're on lap number 11 here. We're ahead of Leclerc now. Alexander Albon has absolutely trumped the field here. I think he was down in, what, P8? And now he's on the podium. Oh, that was a bit of a lawnmower action there with our Renault. Renault trying out a new lawnmower. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, thank you very much. But where has... Now that they've got their respective stuff, Hamilton's not fixed his wing, and he's going to be susceptible to, I think that, well, it's got to be Sebastian Vettel, because Albon's up at the podium. What's that for now? That's for P8. Wow, Hamilton is... There's Bottas in P10. No, 11, sorry. It has, if it could possibly go wrong for the McLaren's, it has gone dramatically wrong. However, let's see if Hamilton gets past Vettel down the main straight here on lap number 12. I've got high hopes that he might get the job done. Let's see what happens when you go to the inside of turn 1. Will he get the move done on the 4-time champion? No, he won't. And Vettel, who's on the soft tyres, ladies and gentlemen. So what, is Vettel going for a 2-stop? Because I think he started on softs as well. But who's that? That is Giovinazzi, I think. Because it's got to be Giovinazzi because Raikkonen's out and he's passed by the man Gasly for P17. That's going to be the fight for the race, I do believe, as we fling it through the S's and now towards the stadium section. Look at how committed we are every single time. We're keeping it in front of Charles Leclerc here. And that is the only thing you could ask of us, because if we keep it in front of Leclerc, then Leclerc's not going to win this race. But through the stadium section we go. As we go back through the field. This is, I think that is Hollywood Lance Stroll. Yes, it is. It's got Max Verstappen side by side into the stadium section. And P15 for the Dutchman, as the Canadian tries to make some own. But he's got him, thank you very much, says that man. As now we're on lap number 13 down the main straight. We come. Here comes Charles Leclerc, the Monegasque driver. He's going to go, where's he going to go? Outside. No! You know what happened last time? Someone went to the outside of turn 1. Free wide didn't work. Let's see if side by side will work. And we're just going to give Leclerc the old boot. No contact, but a boot out into, well, parts unknown, basically. As we see, who's that? That is Bottas. He's now passing Sergio Perez. Or is that Nico Hülkenberg? No, that is Perez. That is for P10. So Bottas is starting to come back through the field. He's got Hamilton in front of him. But now that they're back there, where's the pace gone? Where's that McLaren pace gone that they were showing in practice and qualifying? Here's Hülkenberg. He's got Magnussen all over his rear wing. I think Magnussen's going to make a late one here. Yep, to the inside of turn 1 will go the Dane on the German. A nice bit of curb there for the for the Dane as he passes Hulkenberg, and he's up into P13 of this Grand Prix as we go back to Hollywood Lance Stroll. I don't think he was very happy he got passed excuse me, by Verstappen, and he wants P15 back, and the Canadian is going after him, folks. He's going after him, and he's going to get him. No, he's not quite. Up the inside will go the Canadian. Sorry, well, he's the inside of turn 2 now, but the Verstappen keeps ahead of him. And thank you very much, says that man. Now, Bottas, he's right on the back of Hamilton. If Hamilton's got any sense, he's going to let him go. But he's going to make him go to the outside. Hamilton is not impressed. I don't think Bottas is going to be as well. Side by side in the stadium sections, in the we're double boxed here because in the corner Leclerc is coming, and he's going to have another go down into the first corner. In fact, look at this fight between Hamilton and Bottas is going to continue on to the next lap as well. And look, here comes Perez. Perez is going to get the both of them. I think it's the same copycat move as Giovinazzi. He's got one. Will he get the other one? Leclerc's got us for the race lead. We're going to have to fling it down the outside, I think, to have any hope of... is that... no, that's Grosjean, I do apologise. That's Grosjean and Sainz. What the... In fact, that's Grosjean and Leclerc. What am I saying? I haven't got a clue what I'm saying. I don't even know what's going on anymore. What I do know is going on is... that looks like... that's Magnussen and Hulkenberg. I think they made contact there, because the angle that Hulkenberg went in was not the best of angles, if you do mind me saying so myself, as we're now back with Verstappen and Stroll for P15. I have not got a clue what happened in that double box. Oh, and I think, wow, is that the man Gasly? I think that's the man Gasly, and he's just pinched all their pockets here. So, let's reset. Let's see what happens when we come start to lap number 15. Albon's now in second. He's past Leclerc. Grosjean's now past Leclerc. I think I saw big-time Devon Butler back there somewhere, and Lucas Justin Weber. In fact, yes, look at that. Who's that there? That's Sainz. That is Sainz. The big screen you see in Sainz and Vettel. In the box you see in Perez and... Hamilton, and I think Hamilton's going to go to the Hamilton to the outside of Perez. You've got Vettel to the outside of Sainz. They're still side by side down to turn 4. Looks like it. Yes, they are. And you've got Hamilton's now past Perez, I think. Yes. Excuse me. No, Hamilton's not got the job done on Perez. I know that it looks like Vettel's got the job done on Sainz. In the big screen now, you got Stroll and Gasly for P16. Actually, it was Verstappen that was going. This fight between Hamilton and Perez is going on for practically the whole lap. I don't know what quite was going on there, but we'll find out later on. As we're back into the stadium section now on lap number 16. And Albon... I tell you what, Albon's coming, folks. That Williams is... Oh, wow, we got a horrible exit out of the last corner. That was atrocious. And Alexander Albon is right on our rear wing now, side by side. It's Williams against Renault. It's for Mercedes against Renault. Who is going to get the job done into the first corner? Grosjean's defending from Leclerc. And I think Leclerc's gone for a late one on the outside, but we've held off... Alexander Albon for the moment. Let's see who did get the better of that fight for P3 between Grosjean and Leclerc. Look at the background. You'll see Vettel is trying to pass Weber as well. And Butler is not too... Why is Grosjean on the hard tyres? Please explain to me why Grosjean's on the hard tyres and he's also let Leclerc go for P3. Can someone explain that for me? I'll explain this one though, because here goes Vettel on the really grippy, soft tyre. And he's about to pass Lucas Justin Weber for P6. And that should be job done. Because Vettel's got the better tyres. And I do mean Vettel has got the better tyres. He's really got the better tyres, folks. And he's also got P6. Yes, he has. There you go. Wow, it's a big line of cars behind me, and I think all of them are practically different apart from Grosjean. Speaking of different, here comes Perez back on Hamilton for P10. He is not going to let this go. He's like a dog with a bone. Perez wants a point in his home country, and if he can do it at the expense of Lewis Hamilton with his broken front wing, that would be amazing. Because that's, I think, is what we all want to see. But Perez sticking back into the draft of Hamilton's going to go to the outside of turn 4 now. And that is that job done? It's not quite job done, but I think it will be job done. Yes, it will. Up into P10 goes that man. Oh, we've only got a couple laps to go, but I would stick around, folks, because this is going to go right to the wire here. Look at this. We got Renault, we got Williams, we got Haas, we got Renault, Mercedes, Ferrari. The three most powerful engines on the grid. Who are going to get the job done here as Albon goes to the inside of Leclerc's going to go, we're 3 wide. This didn't work the first time. Oh, Leclerc thought better of that. Albon's thinking better of that. Oh, but Albon all over turn 2 like a... Well, I'm not going to say what it was all over like. But here comes Vettel. Vettel has pulled a blinder. And he's about to pass big-time Devon Butler for P5. Do not rule Vettel out for a podium place on them soft tyres, folks, because Vettel is coming. Speaking of coming, Perez has got Hamilton. I'll tell you what, look who's in attendance here. He's sneaking up very quietly. Ricciardo is sneaking up quietly as Hamilton goes past Perez with the greatest of ease into P10. But I would keep an eye on Ricciardo here, because Ricciardo could be the wild card. As who's that? That is Verstappen and Gasly. Their line astern. P15 Verstappen, P16 the man Gasly. And I think this is going to be a late one up the inside. Yes, it will. Very late, and Verstappen locks it up, and the man Gasly's into P15 for the moment as we're coming through. Big Tokyo Drift moment as Albon's all over the place. Leclerc's all over the place. Grosjean's all over the place. That stacked the field up. Oh, that stacked the field up. That might have just won us the race. That drift in motion right there, and let's see if it did. But I don't think it did, because here comes Alexander Albon again. But Leclerc's coming. Leclerc's coming. Oh, there goes Vettel. I see Vettel and Grosjean in the background. That's going to be a no contest, because Vettel's on the soft tyre and Grosjean's on the hard tyre. Speaking of no contest, Albon wants this P2. Come on, everyone cheer on the tie-Brit driver. He doesn't get much luck, but when he does, he comes out Smellero's P2 at the moment as we go to Grosjean and Vettel. I think we all know how this is going to end here. Vettel on the soft tyres in that Williams, Grosjean on the hard tyres in that Renault. This is all going to end one way, and one way only. And that's the way it ends in P4 as we go to the fight between Carlos Sainz and Valtteri Bottas at P8. I tell you what, now that Bottas got his front wing fixed, where'd the pace go? I keep saying that. Where did McLaren's pace go? And we all know where it went. As soon as they got in traffic, they got found out like a good one. P8 for Valtteri Bottas. You don't mind. As we go back to the fight for P11, it looks like Hamilton has dropped Perez. And Perez is not going to get any points in his home Grand Prix. But he is going to get passed for P11, I think, by Danny Rick, the Honey Badger. Big lock-up from Perez. I think there may have been a bit of contact there, just a smidge. And that's going to continue down to turn 4, I do believe. I would hope so. They've both got DRS. And it looks like Perez is going to stay right there. Yes, he is. And hopefully we're about to see what is. Should be the last bit of action on the track now as we go to the fight for P15. Between Gasly and Verstappen, and Gasly's about to be passed by Verstappen. Verstappen restoring the order in that Red Bull team. And thank you very much, that is job done. But you know what else is job done? Victory in this race, baby. That was hard fought.
Great drive. We did it.
Oh, we almost had a photo finish as well with Albon. Whew. No more.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Renault. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today and the results speak for themselves.
Here come today's winning drivers, and what a race it was. This is a team that knows success very well in F1, and they're just itching for even more. Congratulations to the Renault team for their excellent win today.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
But it's absolutely got to be Alexander Albon, no hesitation. He put in a performance today that's only going to build further upon his already growing reputation.
So then, Renault have done it. This result puts their victory beyond any doubt, and they're champions of the world once again. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
Whew, dear me. Look at that gap to finish the race, folks. Albon was a 1/10 of a second away from winning his first ever Grand Prix. A 1/10 of a second, folks. You cannot get any closer than that. That is probably about as close as it gets without winning. Well, you can get closer, but then it'd be deemed a photo finish. Leclerc finishes third. Vettel, what a run from P11 to finish fourth. Grosjean from P10, good finish for him. Could have been better though, he knows it as well. Butler finishes sixth. Lucas Weber finishes P8. Bottas, where did that pace go? Bottas 8th, and Sainz and Hamilton, your points finishers in this race. Hamilton took the fastest lap as well. Don't know how with a bad wing. We'll find that out. But yeah. Oh, 2 retirements as well. I forgot about those. Kvyat and Raikkonen. Both very early as well. So, that being said, let's go see what Claire has got to say for herself. What's the matter? No questions from Emma this week? She must not have the questions that she wants to have answered. I still can't believe we actually won that race. Really can't, because the pace in our car just was not there. It really was not there, and that does shock me.
Just wanted to say congrats on the podium. It's thoroughly deserved. We were sweating those last few laps on the pit wall.
Yeah, you can say congratulations all you want, Jeff. I don't know, it just feels a bit hollow, that victory. Don't get me wrong, a victory is a victory. But it does feel slightly hollow. But oh well. We'll take it however we can. And seeing as how there's nothing left to do, we get a new gearbox after this event. Guys, 15 likes, that's what we go for nowadays. And you can subscribe for more daily F1 2019, Snooker 9, NASCAR Heat 4, Snooker 19, and Monster Energy Supercross videos, careers, as well as other live streams available throughout the week. When you hit that notification bell, you get notified when a new episode goes online. You get to hear me talk like Bruce Forsyth for the good game. But until the next race around COTA, we'll see you all on the start line in the next career video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And we will see you all next time. Goodbye for now, everyone.